Hello and welcome. I'm Frank Gruber.
And I'm Jen Consalvo, and we're the co-CEOs of Established. Thanks for joining us today. We're really glad you're here.
Yeah, we're excited to bring you today's event. It's a great event with a lot of early stage companies that are early stage US veteran-led companies. And our sponsor today is actually for this event is .us, which is a top-level domain that connects cause and country to make your online venture a success. So what's a top-level domain exactly? Well, if you look at it, US is actually an internet code for the United States, which is where we are located. And having a .us domain is a great way to give your website a personal and national presence. In fact, we're proud to have established.us as well. So you can check that out some other time if you like. Please don't go away. Check out the video right now and you'll learn more about some well-known companies that are using .us domains. Let's roll it. All right.
That was a pretty cool video.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, it gets you pumped up. A little drum line there. By the way, .us has actually generously mailed us each a bunch of swag. So I don't know if to all the startups as well as to us. So we've got chargers here. We're not going to die today on our mobiles. We've got stickers. We've got pens and moleskins. And you just start with .us. So we're very excited about this. All the companies that are participating today also got swag bags, and they've got a lot of great stuff. Including T-shirts, actually. Yes. Got one right here. I didn't put it on yet. It needs to still. It was hard to get worked out. It was actually shaped like a United States, so it took a second. But really cool stuff. Thank you .us for sending that stuff to our startups. Gets it really pumped up for the event today. And even more special, .us is also offering our community and you the opportunity to grab a free .us domain and a high quality web builder, so you can go create your website right online right away. This means that you can actually build your brand value and your business by having the exact name that you're looking for around your title or idea, your project, and you can get it right now. So take advantage of the offer right now. There's a link on the screen, and you should be able to go out and sign up for your free domain, which is really cool.
Yes, completely. All right, so it's time to introduce our amazing judges today. So let's start with the amazing Kim Folsom. So Kim is a co-founder and CEO of Founders First Capital Partners and founder of Lift Development Enterprises. Founders First is the only woman-led revenue-based venture fund focused on helping underserved micro businesses secure funding and achieve exponential growth. Kim, it's great to see you again. Oh, Kim, I think we need you to unmute.
There we go. Yep, there she is.
Okay.
Welcome, Kim.
All right, glad to be here. So excited to support you guys' event this year. Have done it in the past at South by as well as through the CES show. So super excited. Congratulations on your success and great group of companies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. All right, so next we welcome Darren Burrell. Darren is the president and founder of the Veteran Ventures Capital Group. So Veteran Ventures Capital fuses resources, mentoring, and years of fiscal and operational experience to an investment and consulting firm that strategically assists businesses with veterans in leadership. Darren, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Just like Kim, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to see these companies, and so thankful for their service to the nation, and now taking those same principles and applying them to the private sector to help start, scale, and grow them. That's why Veteran Ventures exists, is to help that process out and make a return that you can be proud of. And so we're excited to be a part of the judging category, but most importantly, I want to see these people be successful in every endeavor. Thanks a lot.
Fantastic.
Welcome.
Thanks.
All right, next up, our judge is Jennifer O'Daniel. She's the investment director at CIT Gap Funds. Jennifer leads seed and early stage investments in tech companies that are concentrated on cybersecurity and enterprise software. And she's also a venture partner at Next Gen Venture Partners. Jennifer, welcome. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
everyone who is participating that served our country.
Excellent. We're glad to have you. All right, next I want to introduce Varunda Prince. She's also, I think, been on our program before. And she's also a Chief Innovation Officer at B6. And Varunda is a collaborator, a strategist. She's a proven leader in complex organizations. And you can see that from her previous role as Managing Director of NBC Universal Startup Accelerator, The Farm. Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you all. I'm so excited about today. First of all, I just want to say greetings to my fellow judges. I'm looking forward to working alongside of you. And secondly, to the companies, congratulations for making it this far. Thank you for your service. I'm so excited about what we're going to hear today and what's going to unfold. And I just have to say and echo what was said earlier about all of those skills that you've learned in the military, you're now using and applying those to make the world a better place in a different way. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. Last but not least, we've got Jason Rathje. He's a partner at AF Ventures at AppWorks. Jason implements commercial investments to mature and transition technology ventures and solutions for the U.S. Air Force problem owners. His team builds great commercial solution providers to find customers within the Air Force. Jason, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thank you everyone for being part of this today, and a special thank you to all of our fellow women and men in uniform serving now and in the past. You know, we focus on working with startups and helping startups connect with current members of the military. So I'm very excited to learn more about what you're doing today.
Thank you, Jason. And I also love your trophy case back there. There's some things there that intrigue me. The baseballs and things are interesting and caught my attention. So thanks for joining us.
Again, yet another show that we have.
Well, it's opening day. It's opening day. I couldn't resist.
You gotta put it out there, right?
Yeah, I gotta put it out there. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, judges. Thanks for being here. So it's time to get started, and this is how it's going to work. Each startup will present for 2 minutes. So they have a 2-minute pitch. They will then each engage with the judges for 8 minutes of Q&A. When there's 30 seconds left in the Q&A, we're going to hear this sound. That means wrap it up. And then at 8 minutes, when the 8 minutes are up, we're going to hear this. All right.
All right.
And judges, when you are ready, you'll raise your hand and ask questions. So we'll call on you. So everyone else out there, make sure you grab your notepad. There are often very valuable tips and best practices shared during these conversations. Right.
All right, let's get going. I know, it's exciting. Our first startup is coming out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the name of their company is Govlee.
State and local government agencies spend more than $1.7 trillion annually. And some of these funds are actually set aside for women-owned, minority-owned, and veteran-owned companies. But without a certification, businesses are missing out on millions of dollars. So why aren't businesses participating? Because the current processes are archaic, outdated, and it requires the use of multiple platforms or paper-intensive processes in 2020. Hi, my name is Shakia Keckler. I'm a Navy veteran who has purchased supplies, a business owner who has sold supplies, and the founder and CEO of Govlee. Govlee is a business-to-government marketplace that simplifies public procurement and supplier diversity. Our solution allows government agencies to streamline and digitize processes while businesses benefit from creating one profile, one time to get registered, certified, and bid on opportunities with multiple government agencies and prime contractors. Our team of 4 has experience working in local government, creating complex technology solutions, and conducting disparity studies with multiple state and local government agencies. The GovTech industry is a $99.8 billion industry supported by both government agencies and small businesses. Our business model is a freemium model that upgrades to premium subscription packages monthly. And we also sometimes get contracts with government agencies. Since starting Govlee, we've experienced significant traction. We work with more than 250 small businesses, prime contractors, and government agencies, and we were recently selected as a 2020 Camelback Fellow. Because at Govlee, we understand that small business ownership is at the heart of economic growth and development in America. But not only does it simplify processes, it increases economic opportunities for women-owned, minority-owned, and veteran-owned companies in the communities we represent. Thank you.
All right. It's always first is always hard to go. You know, it's hard to go first, but she did a great job. And let's get the judges in here. We're going to welcome Shakia. She's the founder that we just saw, and she's going to get some questions and Q&A from the judges. So judges, please raise your physical hands on camera, and we can call on you. And don't forget to unmute yourself, or if you're muted right now, so you can talk. Okay, so let's just go. I'll go left to right now on my screen. So Kim, do you want to go first?
Certainly. Congratulations on the success of your business. You know, such an impressive traction that you have accomplished. So you mentioned that you were an entrepreneur before, as well as a seller of products to government contracts. Of the companies that you've worked with, how many have you helped them with being able to procure contracts, and also what is the actual contract value of those contracts that you've helped award?
Okay. So for the previous businesses, or for my previous business, or any of the businesses?
Your Govlee.
Okay. So with Govlee, we've helped small businesses in terms of training and getting developed and prepared to work with government agencies. So we've actually helped over 250 businesses get registered, certified, and prepare to bid on opportunities with governments. But in terms of knowing the actual amount of those contracts, I don't have the number for that, but I will get back with you after we do a follow-up with some of those businesses.
Next up, from New York, we have Milk Money Kitchens. Let's watch your pitch.
Welcome to Milk Money Kitchens. I'm Nancy Preston. I am the founder and CEO and former Army engineer, and now we rent commercially licensed kitchen spaces by the hour to help food businesses launch and grow. These are semi-private kitchens. They're perfect for pop-ups, and in the rest of our 4,400 square foot facility in the East Village of New York City is where caterers, food truck owners, wedding cake makers, and even packaged food brands can launch and grow and scale their operations. So imagine a donut shop. That first donut will cost $400,000 to go to market, but here, that first donut will cost you $42 an hour. And who doesn't have $42 an hour to start a food business? We are going to be instrumental in changing the way the food industry runs and in the recovery of our food businesses after our national emergency. Remember, too, that we are a social entrepreneurship. We give free hours and free services to launch and grow businesses from our lower income and veteran population.
Now I'd like to show you how we make money. So not only with kitchen rentals, with a stream of different revenue streams and consulting and contracting, actually being our top performers during COVID, because we've been rehabbing and restructuring businesses to survive during this time. Not only money do we create value. 85% of New York City food startups fail in under 5 years. And 60% of those failures happen in the first year of the launch. So how do we measure the value that we're creating? And it's through the revenue and the success of our food businesses. If you notice that 92% of our businesses are minority, female, Black, and veteran owned. And we also do well by doing good for our community. And the only way that we can be successful is with a team that is built to both build value and generate revenue. So thank you so much.
All right.
All right, so do we have Nancy? There you are. Welcome, Nancy. All right, questions from the judges. Just raise your hand and we'll start with whomever's ready to go. Barunda, I see you first. Let's start with you.
Nancy, thank you for the presentation. Can you share a bit more about your team and its background and why you are the ones that are solving this problem?
So risky business in New York City, mostly because it's extremely litigious environment and it's extremely expensive. So in order to mitigate our risks, we have a top real estate developer as our real estate advisor. We have a top real estate litigator, and we also have one of the top culinary directors from one of the New York City culinary schools. In addition to that, my CFO and I are more interested in the numbers because of this risk of our environment. So her credentials are special. She is the founder of her own financial structure and consulting firm, but she's also the CEO of The Laundress. And she led the $100 million acquisition of The Laundress 2 years ago to Unilever. So now she is also my CFO, and that's how we are going to make this profitable and make our food businesses profitable as well.
All right.
Two I can't
moving
see.
right along. We've got TargetArm.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jeff McChesney, the CEO and founder of TargetArm. Imagine a world where you could get a package delivered to your home within 10 minutes of ordering it, and not the normal 2 days. Or that the military didn't have to stop to set up to launch and recover a drone and possibly get shot in the process. And in both those cases, using the exact same solution. That capability is available today. Our device enables launch and recovery of both rotary and fixed wing drones from any moving vehicle, autonomously, and even during high wind conditions. As can be seen here, our 2 sets of counterposed pin arrays capture the drone from a static position and then release it. And while we're moving, the air goes through the pins. The drone is trying to fly and is unable to until the pins retract, and then it just flies away. The same occurs for recovery. The drone ends up just continuing to fly, the pins captured out of the air, and here we are showing 65 miles per hour. We're dual use capable for both commercial and military, from package delivery to armored personnel carriers, to offshore oil and gas, and the offshore wind farms as our initial targets. We have a $22 billion total addressable market just in the United States, with $5 billion for the military and $17 billion for package delivery, both using a direct sales model. There's no other competing technology when you take a look at the axis about operating at speed, or the other axis operating with multiple drones for both rotary and fixed wing. Virtually all the funding today is occurring down in the bottom left-hand quadrant, and TargetArm owns the top right. Our strategic timeline follows where we can operate today, starting off with the military, then leading into the offshore arena, and then into package delivery over the next 5 years. Our development follows exactly the same timeline, with our minimally viable product due August of 2020. We've got deep industry experience from aviation, from manufacturing, and drones. We've gained significant traction already with contracts with the Air Force, the Army, and BAE Systems. So we're TargetArm, and we're drones on the move.
Wow. That is really cool. I can just imagine those little trucks going down the street and shooting off drones everywhere and delivering packages. All right, welcome. You're coming in from Ridgefield, Connecticut. How are we doing today?
I am. Great.
Jeffrey?
Thanks for having me.
Good. All right, judges, who's got the first question? All right, Darren, go ahead.
Hey, great presentation, and pretty neat to include the moving part there. So tell me a little bit about those 3 contracts that you mentioned at the end. What's going to be the revenue generated out of those in the next 12 months?
Those should generate, I'll do a quick math in my head here. Should be just under 1.5 million.
1.5 million, excellent. And I saw an ask of 3 to 5 million. What's the money going to go for?
Predominantly, the use on that will be for sales and marketing. I'm trying to expand up, as you saw on my timeline there, leading from the military into oil and gas and offshore wind farms, and then into package delivery. So sales and marketing will be the predominant use. And obviously, as we continue to expand with sales, we'll be putting some money into the expansion of sales. But that's predominantly being run by the revenue that's coming in today.
So next up, we've got TCare out of St. Louis, Missouri. So we'll see their pitch in a minute.
All right, TCare.
3 years ago, my wife and I were on the verge of divorce based on the challenges that I had taking care of my mother-in-law that had stage 4 lymphoma cancer living with us. Hi, everyone. My name is Ali Ahmadi, CEO of TCare. And at TCare, we are an enterprise-facing software solution that is specifically designed to identify the root cause to family caregivers burnout and provide the right support at the right time. I'm a former U.S. Naval aviator that was trained to be in combat situations, but I found myself lost in how to take care of an elder loved one and navigating those uncharted territories. We are now proud to say that we are the country's only evidence-based, Medicaid-approved, and federally accredited family caregiver support program in the country. Our software system is designed to be used by social workers, care coordinators to identify root cause of a family caregiver's burnout, create a care plan, and make a referral into local community-based resources that would help that caregiver take care of their loved one. Our system identifies the risk in stress and depression levels and then distributes the right resources at the right time, right place. In my wife's case and the algorithms determined that in our care plan, we needed marriage counseling, and then identified 3 blocks away from our house, there's a local church that does free family counseling sessions. Our business model is based on an annual software licensing subscription per social worker, per care coordinator at the enterprise institutions. And we have 3 different verticals of clients: state departments of health, the actual Medicaid and Medicare health plans, and private insurance companies. We are a team of 26 full-time employees. Over half of us are military veterans based out of St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you.
All right. Let's get Ali in here. Let's see, here he comes. Welcome, Ali. Now some questions.
Hi there. Thank
Welcome,
you everyone for your time.
Yeah, definitely. All right, who wants to kick it off? Raise your hands. Brenda. Go for it.
Ali, thank you so much. This is both very timely, what's going on, and with COVID-19, and certainly very necessary. You mentioned that part of what you do is you help identify local community-based resources. How do you go about identifying them for inclusion or vetting them? Is that part of what you offer, or is that already from a curated list? How does that work?
Very good question. That is part of the proprietary 7-step system. One of those systems is those community-based database of resources that we've now created across the 55,000 zip codes across the country, and U.S. territories, anywhere Medicaid touches. Our process is a myriad of scrapers, crawlers, spiders, and then we have human Turks on the back end that use different methods of robocalling and human augmented calls to actually call and vet and understand payment processes. And then we actually have a refresher every 30 days that actually refreshes those community-based resources. Additionally, we have a built-in crowdsourcing model that these boots on the ground field social workers are actually feeding the system as well. And so it's a myriad of tools that feed that whole system and stays consistent.
All right, so last but not least, and if you're not already impressed by all of today's presenters,
or by my fun facts,
or by Frank's fun facts, then be prepared for startup number 5, True Genomics from Rockville, Maryland. Let's roll their pitch.
My name is Charles Kaplan, CEO of True Genomics, the precision behavioral health company, and we've developed a genomic biomarker test and bioinformatics platform to help individuals who are at high risk for post-traumatic stress and other mental health conditions. Every day, 21 veterans commit suicide in our country. That's almost 1 every hour, largely because they go undiagnosed for mental health conditions. Our current system uses subjective methods, self-reporting surveys as gold standards. Imagine if you had cancer or COVID and you were asked to fill out a survey. That would be unacceptable. But now we have the power of genomics, where we can identify the susceptibility for conditions as PTSD much earlier. Our test works by collecting a blood sample, sequencing the DNA, and feeding that genomic information into our bioinformatics platform and generating a report for the clinician to help with early intervention. Let me be clear, PTSD is not a veteran issue. It's a global public health issue. And we're currently working with the Army on a PTSD study. And we've also signed an agreement to pilot our test in the VA healthcare system. We've also partnered with Sanford Health, who has opened up their $150 million precision medicine lab to our company and has also led our seed round investment. We're getting this interest from such organizations because our company is at the forefront of genomics and behavioral health, and we're at its intersection. This is a $64 billion total addressable market. Our team is designed to bring this to the market. We have extensive experience within military medicine and health research. I served as Chief of Staff of the Defense and Veterans Brain Injury Center. My Chief Medical Officer is a 30-year Army physician, and my chief scientific officer and co-founder, Dr. Cunningham, is a molecular biologist and spent 10 years at the VA studying this issue. I thank you for your time.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Charles,
Charles, are you here? Let's see. Yep.
Coming over. I got him in the teleporter right now. Here he comes.
There he is.
All right.
Welcome, Charles.
Great pitch.
Fantastic. So who would like to start with the first question? Darren, go ahead.
Hey, great pitch. Just a quick question. What's your ask? And do you have any traction as far as sales?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I didn't mention is our seed round is actually still open. We just raised, fortunately, right before COVID, we were able to raise a little bit of seed funding from Stanford Health and Viking Global. We did a pause on that round, but we're opening it back up now. It seems like investors are starting to be more open right now. In terms of traction, I did mention that we have an agreement that we inked with the VA, and we're looking actually for PIs right now within the VA healthcare system to do a multi-site pilot of our test. So we're very, very excited about that. And we're also partnered recently with the University of Maryland to also do some additional research to include the VA Healthcare Center in Baltimore.
We're going to do our People's Choice first, because all those people that are out there on the internet watching all day here, they had a chance to vote, and they had a chance to weigh in, and we actually have something. They're going to win a silver microphone trophy to be put in their trophy case.
Just like Jason.
Yeah, similar to Jason's, I think, something like that is what we're talking about when we talk about trophy cases. And the winner of this actual event's People's Choice Award is TCare. So congratulations.
Congratulations, TCare. Come on up.
Come on up.
Ali, do we have you here?
I see the audience is really delayed. Got a delayed studio audience today. Nice job.
Hey,
nice work, Ali.
I want to appreciate and thank everybody. We have a very valuable network that we've built, and TCare would not be here without the support of the military. I want to say thank you to Patriot Boot Camp, the military veteran program of Techstars that I'm both alumni and a mentor there. They've been instrumental in getting our pre-seed round. Getting TCare off the ground would not have happened without Patriot Boot Camp and some of the other military veteran network organizations. So thank you all.
That's great. Fantastic to hear.
Thank you for being here.
We're going to quickly do a quick photo. So everyone, oh, he's gone. We forgot to grab our photo. We'll do it after. Thank you so much. We don't want to pop him back in here. He's teleporting back and forth. I don't know what that can do to your body. I don't know if that's good for you or not.
All right. So are we ready?
Yes.
The winner of today's Startup of the Year virtual pitch competition, who will receive a gold microphone trophy and automatically advance to the Startup of the Year Summit this fall is True Genomics.
All right.
All right, Charles, let's bring him up.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Charles, you here? And I heard you and Ali have done some battling on the ground before, so it's really interesting that the two of you came right up here. So congratulations.
Yeah, Ali is awesome. Definitely strong competition in this event. I've met at least one of the other founders before, and I'm just shocked. Thank you. This is awesome opportunity.
Great job. You're making an impact, and we really appreciate it.